We arrived at the car, and saw that Erica was fast asleep. Got inside and I drove. We were able to ignore her snoring as we rode for a little over an hour. It's 6 a.m. and now we finally arrived at the place where my parents are presumed to be held. This place gives me the creeps, I remark. Yeah, well, I've seen worse. I say, no you haven't. Yes, Leroy, I've seen worse, he goes. My auntie's house looks way scarier. Well, his auntie, not my auntie. Elise starts waking up and asks, are we there yet? We're here. I tell her. Don't talk to her, Quincy tells me. She's jealous. He then turns to her and says, we're here. Did I miss anything while I was asleep? She asks us what she could miss, what she missed. Quincy and I both nodded, giving her no. She had no idea that her and I had made out in the car in front of Quincy. No less, than that we nearly crashed because of it. Let's go inside and save my parents, I state. Suddenly a large bright LED light turns on above our heads. The light, it's too bright, That's how I went squinting my eyes after I saw the LEDs. I think they must have known we were coming here, Quincy states, while also squinting his eyes. Erica and Kyle walk from out of the shadows. Kyle steps up first and proudly announces, well, congratulations, you made it just in time to see your parents die. I angrily yell back at him, Kyle, I have something for you. Yeah, what's that? He shouts back. I pull out my pocket knife and throw it at him, aiming for my former friends. And guess what? The pocket knife completely misses him, and it hits my ex-girlfriend Erica in the foot. Erica screams in pain. Leroy, what did you do? Kyle shouts. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. You didn't mean to what? Throw a knife into my girlfriend's foot? Kyle goes. Kyle tries to pull the pocket knife out of Erica's foot. Erica, however, screams at him, saying, no, don't do it, no. Please don't pull it out. Please don't pull it out. Okay, alright. Kyle responds as his girlfriend Erica lays crying on the ground. We're gonna settle this like men, Leroy. For what you did to my girl, he goes. As Erica lays there crying in pain because my pocket knife has been lodged into her foot. I thought back to the time my father taught me how to wrestle. Here's how you do a hip check. When someone who's running up to you. Here's how you hip check someone who's running up to you. My dad teaches me. How you flip somebody over who won't let go of you. And here's how you grapple someone and then make them submit. After I had the flashback of my father teaching me all those years ago about how to wrestle, I went straight at my former best friend Kyle. I tackled him first, then I performed an armbar submission hold. God! What's happening right now? Kyle stammers. I'm about to knock you out or tap you out. Which one do you choose? I ask him. I submit, Kyle admits, and then starts tapping out. I immediately let go of him then and there, much to my regret. I mistakenly forgot the most important part of a submission. Is holding the hold until you know that your opponent won't recover quickly and attack you again. As quickly as I'm getting up, Kyle is getting up just as fast. He's now tackling me to the ground. Get up, Leroy. Kick his butt. At least cheers me on. I'm trying, I cry back. Meanwhile, Kyle starts deadlifting me up. Then he throws me back down to the ground as I fall and land on my back. Why? I cry loud. Let me help you, bro. Let me help you, bro. Quincy yells as he runs towards me and Kyle. Let me help you, bro. Quincy, he grabs Kyle by the collar and puts him in a chokehold. He chokes him for about 3 seconds until Kyle flips over his back, tossing Quincy like a sack of potatoes. Kyle exclaims then, both you busters are about to get beat, for real. Kid you not. This man, Kyle, stood over us like he was a giant. Young dude looked like a man possessed. He was surely gonna tear me and Quincy apart. Oh yes I am. Did this man just read my thought narrative? Yes I did, Kyle admits. What, don't tell me the rider let Kyle break the fourth wall. Kyle then, he picks me up by my shirt collar and he punches me straight in the face after I got hit by the first time. You know, I knew that my nose was broken, and Kyle picks me up a second time and for another punch to the face. And now look, my eyes are swollen. I get picked up again after I fell down, you know, from the second hit to my face. Kyle punches me in the face for yet another time. My lip is now busted open. My whole mouth is bleeding. My jawline is severely damaged. Right now, I look as if I was a 5-cent prize fighter against a fighting champion. At this point, I can only see out of my right eye, and in the corner of my half-functioning left eye, I see Elise running up to save the day. Elise, I remark, as Kyle holds me by my collar in order to land a fourth punch onto my face. What? Kyle asks me, while still holding on to me by my shirt collar. Elise jumps on Kyle's back. She covers his eyes so he can't see a thing. Kyle tries to fling Elise down and off his back. Elise refuses to accept defeat, even though she knows that she isn't the strongest or the smartest or even the fastest person in the world. But at that very moment, she found the smarts, strength, speed, quickness, and stamina. Elise flips herself as she locks her legs between Kyle's shoulders and she flipped Kyle to the ground using an original takedown move. Knowing immediately that Kyle would get up and attack Elise for the trouble she had caused, I step in the middle of them and I tell them this doesn't have to end in a fight. Everyone pauses to look at me, you know, awkwardly, and then Kyle just laughs at me, saying, "You must be out of your mind. You know, we're settling this here and now. Wait, Kyle. Tell me where my parents are so that we can be done with this long and stupid confrontation." He says, "I'll give you a hint, Leroy, but you have to be the one to guess where they are. That's the only way that you can ever find them," Kyle says to me. I say, "All right, give me a hint." "Give me a hint then." He says, "They're hidden above and below." Kyle riddles to me. "Really? I don't get it," I reply, extremely confused at the time. And then he goes, "Of course you don't get it because you're stupid, Leroy," Kyle arrogantly says to me. At the time of Kyle's meandering, Quincy is standing behind him with a rock in his hand. He whacked Kyle over the back of the head with it. Now you think that Kyle would just fall out, but this man just shrugs it off like it was nothing.
"Kyle, are you alright?"
"You're weak," Kyle replies, and pulls Quincy in and knees him in the gut. Quincy's clutching onto his gut now. As Kyle is standing over him, Quincy immediately recovers, whacks Kyle in the knee, and whacks him on the side of his face and into his groin. Finally flings the rock at Kyle's right foot. Kyle is now down on his back.
I think he's done for.
Holding his everything, or at least whatever hurt the most. I mean, you name it, on his body at the time. He felt it, you know. Quincy looks pretty enraged right now, but picks up the rock once again and just throws it at Kyle's face.
I think it's over. Oh my
okay,
God!
Man. I think he's done for. You know, you can stop for now, Quincy. I mean,
I'm not done yet.
That he's not done. No, he says, "I'm not done." Quincy picks up the rock again and throws it at Kyle's
Quincy,
head.
put the rock down. Put the.
Kyle's face is busted open and he's bleeding like crazy. Yes. I go, "Whoa, Quincy, what are you doing?" And then Quincy, you know, he just ignores me and casually picks up the stone and proceeds to just smash it down on Kyle's face. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. I want to do it for a 4th time. I tell you what, I had to run in and tackle him. You know, it was getting to be too much for me to watch. Quincy drops the rock as we tumble on the ground. I turn my head to see Kyle lying there. I mean, just laid out, barely breathing. He looked like he was slowly dying. Quincy be giving me the heebie-jeebies, man, the creeps, man. And for real, like, heebie-jeebies. So it's just like, now I was walking over to the stone that he used to practically smash in Kyle's face.
Don't move.
Stop. What are you doing?
Erica, wait, what are you doing? Put the gun down.
No, tell him to put the rock down.
Quincy, put the rock down. Put the dang stone down.
And I kid you not, Quincy throws the rock directly down on Kyle's head once again. Out of retaliation, Erica pulls the trigger of her gun. After the bullet hits Quincy, grazing his forehead, he falls over on his back, probably thinking he was dead. Right now, Erica is hyperventilating. Elise is covering her eyes, and I'm watching it all unfold, like a deer in headlights. I know I've seen this in movies a couple times before, but this is madness. My boy Quincy gets up with a scar on his forehead that's the size of Kansas, or at the very least a magnet-sized version. Hey Quincy, man, you alright? I asked him. He didn't say a single word. Man, are you okay? I asked him again. I just noticed the rock is in his hand still. No, he's holding it up. Wait, don't throw the rock at her. Quincy, the rock hurtles straight towards Erica's forehead, knocking her out of code. Wow. She's really bleeding. It's almost like she's dead. Hold up a minute. Let me go check on her. And now, I think she's dead.
What are you doing? You could have killed him. Yo, man, I need you to calm down, all right? I need you to chill out, okay? Chill out. I need you to calm down, and I need you to breathe, all right? I need you to breathe. How could you do this to him? Kyle was your friend.
Y'all are my friends. Now I have no one to come and save me from myself.
Tell me you haven't lost your mind, Quincy.
I lost my mind a long time ago. You lucky I didn't get to you first, Leroy.
He killed her. You monster! What have you done?
Coming for you next, Leroy.
Oh my